As far as I can see, Debbie Reynolds is perfect, and I absolutely love Neil Patrick Harris. So when I discovered the existence of The Christmas Wish, the 1998 film, I absolutely jumped at it. This was directed by Ian Barry and written by Beth Polson, based on the book by Richard Siddoway. I haven't read the book, I can't compare it. If you have read the book, I'd be really interested to hear what you think and if there are any differences between the two mediums. So I'm going to read the description from IMDb, which I think will give a pretty decent overview. So this reads as follows. Intent on fulfilling his grandma's Christmas wish, a man sets out to find the woman mentioned in his late grandfather's journals. He learns the secrets of his past and the true meaning of Christmas. This is a roller coaster, and then some. I will say, first of all, there's only one thing I did not like about this, and this is the character of Renee, who is Will Martin's on again, off again kind of relationship. Will Martin is, of course, played by Neil Patrick Harris. She's not in it that much, but she's very annoying when she's in it. She's meant to be annoying. That's part of her character and part of the outcome for Will as well. She is very irritating, but she's so irritating that I feel irritated when she's on screen. It's not one of those love to hate relationships. She just really annoyed me. So I just wish that element wasn't in the film. But aside from that, I thought everything else was breathtaking and very emotional. So Ruth is Will's grandmother, played by the fabulous Debbie Reynolds. And as the description said, Ruth has been reading through some of her late husband's diaries, and she finds that this other woman's name keeps getting mentioned, and he keeps going to see her, and they're very vague though. What he does with this woman and where she is, it's all very vague, but there's just the information that he sees this woman. So Will makes a promise to his grandmother, kind of off of his own back, that he will solve this mystery and he will find out who this mysterious woman is. So it's kind of like a little Christmas mystery as he goes off on this goose chase, talking to this person and that person, getting this lead and the next lead. And it is very interesting because as a viewer, you want to know who this person is and what this man was doing with her. And there are obvious assumptions that one could make. And that makes it kind of a heartbreaking film because Ruth is such a lovely character and you really want the best for her. And you don't really want to think that her husband has had this other life. So it's definitely very emotional. I will say Ruth is not in it as much as I'd have liked. But then there's never enough Debbie Reynolds. She's in it enough that I can feel confident that the character has a chance to shine. I love the journey Will goes on because it's not just a physical journey trying to find this person, but it's also an emotional journey as he works out some things in his personal life and a, shall we say, slightly romantic journey with some things that happen. Very predictable, I'll be perfectly honest. But I really, really like that character a lot. So I think that was essential to have a likeable protagonist. It works very well. He obviously has his grandmother's best interests at heart. And you can feel the emotion from him as well, because he doesn't want to find out that his grandfather's been doing things behind the family's back either, and you can really sense that. Needless to say, Neil Patrick Harris gives a fantastic performance. It's not the most gritty or meaty performance, but it's very sensitive, and it's very delicately handled, and I think it's done very well. I will say, I will not spoil anything, but I will say when we find out the truth, I hadn't expected it. It's not what I expected. I was so pleased that this was not, in my opinion, a predictable film. Maybe you'll piece together the clues as you watch the film. I've never been that good at detective stories, which doesn't say much for me as a crime writer, but I was really pleased that it wasn't what I hoped it would be. It's quite a bit different and very emotional and very easy to cry over. It's a wonderful film. It's absolutely beautiful. It did have one nomination. It was nominated for the best sound editing from the Golden Reel Award at the Motion Picture Sound Editors. Obviously it didn't win. It's lovely. It's not the most Christmassy film in the world. There is obviously some Christmas element to it, but it's not all carols and sleigh bells and cookies. It's a bit more homely and heartly. It's lovely. The Christmas Wish is so beautiful. It's very emotional. It will make you think. It will make you reevaluate a lot of things. If you're not already, you'll fall in love with Debbie Reynolds. If you only watch one Christmas film this year that you have not seen before, I strongly suggest you make it The Christmas Wish. I promise, with my hand on my heart, you won't regret it.